The date is March the 1st of 2018. A well-known Austin jeweler named Ted Shaughnessy is laying in bed with his wife. When one of their dogs began to bark, Ted would retrieve his firearm and go out of the room to inspect the residence. In short order, Ted's wife, Corey, would hear that gunfire was beginning to erupt throughout the home. And she, too, would grab her firearm and would also begin to return fire at the home invaders. When her .357 ran out of ammunition, she would seek refuge inside a nearby closet. And as she desperately used her phone to reach out to the police, the intruders would eventually leave the home. And Corey would eventually exit the closet. She would find her husband Ted had been shot several times and was deceased. And as the authorities analyzed the situation and seen that Ted's wife Corey survived the attack without a scratch, they began to suspect that she might have something to do with the attack. But she would eventually be ruled out as a suspect. And the spotlight would shine onto a young man, the couple's adopted son, Nick Shaughnessy. As they bring Nick and his new bride in for an interview, the investigators are just doing their job, interviewing anyone and everyone that may have had dealings with the victim. They don't yet have a reason to charge anyone, but they do have a few questions, especially about that window on the back of the residence that the intruders so easily found accessible.
I've lost and I've won, and I have throughout all of it always learned. So I make, I figure out like what to do and what not to do, and never try to make the same mistake twice. It's definitely difficult.
Sure.
It takes a lot of studying.
Just keep your eye on the detective. I watched this about 30 times while I was editing. I kept backing it up and wasting my time just watching it because I was fascinated by the body language of the detective. Just check a look at this.
Yeah, you can't just really show up one day and do it. You gotta kind of educate yourself, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
I've never done it, so I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know.
My man's like, dude, you just trifling.
Oh, well, because senior year I focused so much on business stuff that I forgot about my schoolwork. So I was trying to catch up the last year.
Yeah. All right, we're ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, so we're doing everything we can to piece together what happened, okay? And so just kind of like with, there may be information that you have that might be helpful for us, okay? Just like us talking to your mom and whoever else, just it's helpful, for those of us that, weren't there or don't know you guys, that sort of thing.
I guess you really have to dive into the family completely, learn everything as fast as you can.
Well, certainly that's helpful. So let's, so you live in College Station. When do you think the last time you visited home with mom and dad there?
Between the weekend of February 5th and the February 15th.
Oh yeah, see, look, we have a calendar.
Let's see.
I put it on the right day.
I just can't see it.
Here, we've got the...
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
So...
Probably came into town the 9th and probably left either the 11th or the 12th.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure which one we left.
And you have a room there?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a room. Okay.
It used to be like my full-time room, now it's just kind of a guest room.
Okay. And does Jackie come with you? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you both come visit at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That, the bedroom with the window and screen pulled open, that was my room.
Really quick for those who haven't seen this case before, let me fill you in on this detail because it's kind of important. So when his dad is killed, the day his dad is killed, he's called from school to come back to home to be there with his family, obviously. And he walks around the building, around the house to the point of entry, which is his bedroom. And the screen is removed from the door. And the police are like, how did he know where the point of entry was? So it's really interesting right there to see him bring up, oh, yeah, that's my room.
That we stayed in. That stayed in.
Okay. All right. Anything wrong with that one, though?
Perfectly functional. I use it to go in and out of when Spence and I are going to like the barn to drink or smoke cigars.
Oh, okay. So you travel through the window. Okay.
I've always done that. Before my parents moved in, my grandparents lived there, and my grandparents were very hard on, like, you know, it's a school night, you're staying in, or be home by 9, that sort of thing. So that was just kind of my own door. My dad and I even were talking about putting a door there just as like a secluded back bedroom, you know, you can have your own little thing.
Okay. All right. So you were there, and I guess after that, you guys go back to College Station?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And Jackie goes to classes?
Yes, sir.
Jackie, or Jacqueline, is his wife.
And you do your trade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you guys talk about that already?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk about.
Jackie going to school,
Oh.
And you doing your...
day trading.
Yeah, and I have cameras all over the property, security system, everything. If that is any, like, I know they're saying they just want to rule somebody out, so, like, you can see Jackie and I come home from the gym at, like, 10 last night.
Okay, so let's talk about, let's go over that. So you guys, so you're at your gym last night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
So
showed up about
you go in the evening?
8:30.
Okay.
We like to gym when it's empty, and usually at night is better.
It's pretty busy there at 5 o'clock. Okay.
When we're kind of too lazy to get up before school and work to gym, so when you wake up that early, you don't have the energy.
Yeah, okay. And then you guys end up leaving the gym at?
We probably left around 9:20 or so. Then we went to HEB, picked up some stuff there, went to Chick-fil-A. I got my dinner,
Okay.
and went home. We were home probably around 10, I'd say. She cooked her thing. I did my thing, showered, you know, go on my computers, dream about cars I can't afford. It's always been a big thing in my life.
Okay. And then at some point, so I'm assuming you go to bed after that? I don't know what
Yeah, we were
what's
up
your
till about
schedule?
12:30 watching Netflix. She doesn't have school on Fridays, so usually we sleep in.
All right, and then at some point today, I guess you learned what happened. I don't even know how that happened. So
The next door neighbor called me at like 5. And like, I kind of rolled over and I sent it to voicemail. I'm like, "Look, I don't want to deal with you. She's an annoying neighbor in my opinion.
around 5 o'clock.
It was like 5:30 this morning, yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And she called. I didn't answer. And then the next call came in, and it was I believe it was a 512, and I was like, oh, what is this? Usually it's just something, so I answered it, and I believe it was the woman detective, or woman cop, officer, I don't know the title. And then she let me speak to my mother. I packed a light bag, got all my shit together. We were on the road by 6:10, 6:10, 6:15. Then we showed up about 8.
Okay. So a woman officer put your mom on the phone,
I
and then your mom told you what happened?
yeah.
Okay.
She yeah.
And what'd she tell you?
She's just was like, Dad's been shot, Dad's been shot. And you know, when I hear that, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So she's kind of like, slow down, like, what's going on? Like, what? And she said, like, somebody came in the house, and I don't even remember how she worded it, but she's like, somebody came in the house, and then there was an exchange of gunfire. I believe she fired a shot, and then she ran to the closet.
And then when you get there, you meet me,
Exactly.
if you remember. Sometimes people don't remember meeting me.
I remember pulling up pretty vividly. I got stopped by a bunch of cops that were just kind of like, whoa, go away. And then I ran down the side because even though she said I could drive up, I didn't register that. I just like drive up. So I just parked where all the other cars were.
Okay. All right. And you and Jackie are in the same car?
Hmm.
Okay. And is that her car, your car?
Technically it's her car.
Okay.
No, that's her car. I drive I have a Volkswagen.
Oh, you do? Okay.
What your model is your car?
It's a 2011 Volkswagen GTI.
Are those the little hatchbacks?
All right, so let's talk about your parents. Are you aware of any disputes with anybody? Any problems with anybody? Anything like that? It's okay. Take your time. It's all good.
There was this person that were like threatening to sue my parents.
Okay.
And they even, that's the only thing, that was in 2017, you know. He,
What's that all about?
he came in with a ring and said, yo, I need this fixed. And then we gave it back, and it was everything from, this isn't the ring I gave you with, this isn't the diamond I gave it you with, and stuff like that. And you know, it was only a $1,500, $2,000 ring, so coming from a jeweler's standpoint, nothing special. And that was an annoyance because he was a lawyer, and it appears as this is what he does for a living. And he owns nothing, he has nothing, he rents, like, it appears as though he's an ambulance chaser, basically.
Okay. Do you know his name or anything?
My father referred to him as fuckwit.
Okay.
That is all I know.
Okay.
I believe it is because that's the same hair product that I use, and my dad always hated it because it reminded him of. I believe there's something to that sort.
Okay.
It's weird.
Anybody else? Or any other situations, whether it's, you know, personal life, professional life, neighborhood, anything?
I know.
That's all right.
I know them personally, like, they, you know, they have a jewelry store, and whether it's the value of a product or the service, usually we try to make everybody happy. And, you know, I don't know if you've ever looked at the jewelry store, but, you know, we have 5 stars on Yelp. It is highly rated. We've been in Austin for 20 plus years. Like, I'm sure there's people that we piss off. You know, we tell them, they might come in and say, you know, I want my stone to be this, and we say it's this, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, my mother very much so shoots people straight basically with what it is. You know, she won't beat around the bush on, you want me to say it's this, or you think it's this, or you even paid this for it, but it's not this. Be very honest, but yet informative.
Yeah. Okay.
I know in the past years, in terms of annoyances, I don't know if he ever found out, but the next door neighbor, Kim, her husband was cheating on her, and I looked into that for her. I don't know if he ever found out it was me.
So what did you find out?
He was staying at a female's residence for a long period of time and saying he was elsewhere.
I see.
When I had access to his car, I put a little a tracker in it for her that she could see via the app.
Isn't it illegal to put a tracker on somebody's car like that?
So she knew where he was when he was, and so much he said, like, oh, I'm at the golf course. Well, no, you're at her house. That sort of thing. Now, I do not know if he ever found that out, that I was responsible for that. And they're currently going through a separation, I think they call it.
I see.
I don't know what the term they have on it is, because she didn't want to go through divorce in Christmas time because she didn't want to be reminded of it every Christmas. Well, every January you'll probably be reminded about it. Anyhow, there's that. Granddad, he hated having to leave his house because that was his house before it was my parents. Absolutely. He was not cooperative at all. I had to move all his shit out, and it really made me mad. He has stacks of Playboy magazines from like the 60s on. One a month for, what, 50 years? Jesus, it's heavy.
Well, you got to give the guy credit for consistency. He's probably like, well, the month of June is my favorite month. he done seen plenty of June.
That was a lot of stuff to move, plus all his furniture, and he did not help with any of it. But he did not want to leave his house because how my mother did it, she basically, I guess, cashed out his annuity, built the house that they live in, and she supports their income, their life. And I know that he was not very thrilled with it because he had lived in that house for 20 years. And
Okay. But your granddad's not strong enough to do anything like come into the house and start shooting, right?
I would not say that he would shoot somebody like that. Is he fully capable? Yes. Would I bet a penny on it? $1 bazillion? No. Yes, he's going through a lot right now. He's losing his wife. Like, he had to move out of that house. Like, there's a lot going south in his life. But to put him behind that trigger, I don't. He taught me how to shoot. He has a ton of guns. Not something that I would say.
Okay. Well, so some of these, I don't know, this case kind of puzzles me for a couple of reasons. So I wanted to get your take on this. Whoever did this has to know something about the alarm not being on.
It's never been on.
They have to know that there's 3 cars parked outside. I mean,
That's actually new. I did not know that until I arrived today.
okay.
Usually the Porsche is under the carport. The white Mercedes there belongs to somebody else.
Okay. Well, let's say somebody going by, I mean, they'd see 3 cars parked there, it's at night.
Of course.
Your burglaries that happen of homes typically are, during daytime hours, because most people, work during the day, and there's people that are not there. I mean, nighttime home burglaries do happen too, but they're not as common.
Especially not in Texas, because in Texas, even grandma will pop one of your ass.
And then as far as entering the house, somebody would have to know that there's nobody in that bedroom, where that window is.
Most definitely.
And then they have to know, I guess, how to get past the dogs, or that the dogs are not going to attack, or whatever.
obviously that did not work out well. But
So help us with that. So that leads us down a path as far as somebody that's familiar with all this.
I mean, like I said, I'm not really sure with like what or who, because I mean, one, I haven't been there a lot recently, so my connection with her personal life is kind of faded as to the intensity that I know. You know, I don't know if it was as simple as I forgot to lock the window when I was last there, or if the windows were open to let the house air out. I really do not know on that one, because usually I like to lock the windows, and I usually double check that, especially if I come back through the window like that. And you know, I always put the screen back on and everything like that, so there's that. Weapons inside the house is one of those things that's like, we don't talk about that with anybody. So like whether like the mother has her I think it's a 357 by her headboard, father with his 45. I don't know, like, as to, like, that's a very close thing. It's not something that we share. And security and safety, and you know, even if it was a burglary, you know, father and mother always told me, like, it's insured, we'll replace it, don't worry about it. But I really don't know, because there's, of course, jewelry. Mom, dad in the jewelry world, expensive watches, expensive jewelry, I mean, wristwear, fingerwear, necklaces. Some of the stuff mother can wear in a day is easily $30,000 on her ring. And whether it's like for that intention or something else, I have no idea as to who or what or why. Just because, one, I haven't been there recently, and also everyone really, like, all the disputes and everything that I know of, like, my parents have handled, and there's never been that level of I want to harm you. Which, no, I don't know what's going on in the store the last few weeks. I know it's been extremely dead. That's why Mom's selling her expensive cashmere. She has a very expensive sapphire and that is in New York at the Sotheby's warehouse.
Wow.
That she has been trying to get rid of and is going to auction in April. But also, like my granddad pointed out, that's the only side that doesn't have visibility from the street unless you're in the back. And even the ADT guy recommended putting like something over there, like a motion camera, or not a motion camera, a motion light. But we never did that because my parents, they didn't feel it was a need.
Okay.
They, in my opinion, definitely slacked on their security. They spent a lot of money having it installed, but the only time they ever use it is when they're out of the house, and you can walk up on a back porch and look through the window and see if it's armed or not. So, there's a red light, green light. And, I mean, when we go to bed at night, we always hit, armed stay. That way, if any of the window sensors, glass break, something like that goes off, it sounds. But my dad, he never was into that. There's a little while at our old house that we armed it at night because there was burglaries at night. They were targeting more upscale family, I guess. And apparently he had like a sledgehammer or an axe or something like that that he would use to go through the back door. That was the only time I ever knew my father to arm it at night. But their biggest security is at the jewelry store, that they use their panic buttons, their motion, safe sensors. Like, the stores where they feel the security is the highest, and it is. I mean, I even was going to help them install some cameras Ted was talking about, because there's no cameras at the jewelry store at all, and he wanted that for a while, especially after the Dripping Springs jewelry store got robbed. They armed at gunpoint and robbed. I don't know what they were able to get off with, but I know that, you know, it definitely was a conversation. I'm trying to think of anything that could be helpful.
So, do you have, let's say, did you have friends that knew how you gained entry into your residence?
There's only one friend that knew that.
Where's he?
At work or school. At all times of the day now. He's not as fortunate as I to have parents that will help him like mine are. So he works at his shitty Home Depot job, hating every second of it. And when he's not there, he's studying for his job or his school at Texas State. So he's either commuting or at school, pardon me, or at home just not doing anything. Which is one reason when I am in town, I appreciate hanging out with him, because we've known each other since 7th grade. So we'll go out and we'll, you know, go to the barn. We'll go out to out that window is usually how we go out, just because, you know, mom and dad out there, grandparents, and it's just kind of an old habit that we use. We go out that window, go out to the barn, drink some whatever we're drinking that night, smoke some cigars. He's recently gotten cigarettes, so it's disgusting. And then go back in. He'll go into the other bedroom, and he usually sleeps in there, and then I'll go back with Jackie.
Okay. And what's his name? This guy.
Spencer Patterson.
Now, his buddy Spencer is going to be vital in figuring this whole thing out. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Spencer in the next couple episodes.
Same age as you, I guess.
Yeah.
So you said something, you know, he doesn't have a means of, you know, I guess parents helping him. Have your parents helped you?
Most definitely.
Oh yeah?
Most definitely. You know, I bitch and complain that I don't get enough help, or like that, you know, there's always more. But in terms of finances, I've never had to worry. You know, it's always been taken care of. There's always been, you know, there's never been anything that I had to worry about. Which, you know, my car, you know, mom pays for insurance on it. Gas, she used to pay for me in gas. You know, there wasn't like where I had to pay for everything. Which now it's transitioning that way, and she'll like slowly every few months she starts adding a new bill. Like, okay, now you're gonna pay this. Like, here's the link or whatever. That way I can slowly like wean me away. But still have the support I need.
I see. Okay. So if you're not going to school, so you're not attending school, so do they help support you then, or?
The only support is like car insurance, car payment, and health insurance. But in terms of rent, food, clothing, all that is on our own.
They had to like loan you money, or?
Yeah, they had a loan. Like, my mother gave me 3 different loans for it was about 10 grand a piece. So it totals about $30,000 to help me get my day trader's license and then some other things.
Okay. Was this recently, or?
No, this was 2016, 2017. And then each month I pay my mother, like a percentage of earnings.
So what is that usually around?
For her, she'll usually get about $600 to $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that from money that you make?
Yeah.
Okay, because that Audi, that's probably not a very cheap car, so who pays for that?
It's paid off via Jackie's trust.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. They never really press Nick in this interview. It's just a fact-finding mission. They go really soft on him. They ask him questions. He's running his mouth, sounding ridiculous. But his girlfriend, his wife, in the other interrogation room, oh, they press her. So we're going to just go ahead and head on over there.
So what business is he in?
He does some day trading stuff. I'm not really involved with his work. He does most of it on the computer, looking at a screen with numbers and lines. Doesn't seem that fun to me, but...
Oh, yeah. I still know when I watch the news, I see all the scribbling lines. And,
yeah.
you know, as long as I got a paycheck in my bank, that's all I care about, really. I'm not into investing. Yeah. So does he work for somebody, or does he...
No, he just invests his own money.
So that's all he does? So he's a self-employed investor, basically, in a way?
So, yeah, he's self-employed.
And how's that going for him?
Fine. I know, I'm not super, I don't ask a lot of questions about what he does, but I mean, we have income. I have a trust. I get paid every month. I use that. Sometimes I call it his big account. So he has this money, all the money that he invests. And if we need some, we'll just transfer it over to our personal.
So you have a trust?
Yes.
Who's the trust from?
Austin Trust Company. Or do you mean how to get it?
Yeah, how is it established?
Well, when I was 14, I fell off a rock wall and I broke my femur. And my dad sued. It was at Main Event, and my dad sued Main Event. So I got, we settled for some money.
You fell off the rock wall?
Yeah.
You weren't hooked up?
I wasn't hooked up. Yeah, I fell from the top. So he sued Main Event. We got money from that, and that's what pays for my college, my tuition, and for my car. And as long as I'm a student, my trustee gives me monthly allowance. And my Thunder budget.
Came out of something bad, I guess. You know?
Yeah,
that's good.
It's good. Especially because my parents don't have that much money, so.
Okay. So where does Nicholas' money come from?
I'm sorry?
Where does Nick's money come from?
Well, he started off a few years ago detailing cars. He saved up a lot. He started investing small amounts of money, built up. Don't take my word on this, but I think his mom gave him a sum of money to invest for him, and he pays his mom back on return on investment. I don't know how often. I don't get involved with his finances. But, yeah, I mean, that's where he is. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to live on.
Do y'all share bank accounts?
Yeah, we have a joint savings and a joint checking, and then we each have our own checking outside of that.
Okay, so you have one that y'all are willing to share together, and then you have one each that's completely separate.
Yes.
So I assume the one for you is probably where your trust money goes in, and then the other one for him is, what's that used for?
He doesn't use it that much, to be honest.
Okay.
He just has it.
So you said, it's going fine for him. I mean, so what does that mean? Is he not doing well trading right now? I know, the market took a big hit recently.
Yeah, I know that it's been down recently. I think in the past month, he's been kind of wishy-washy, but overall, it's been good. Business has been good, but, I mean, lately, he told me lately it's hard to read.
So does he trade for people, or does he trade only for himself?
No, just for himself, and short-term.
Okay. So he's taking money, it rises, boom, he takes it out and tries something else, tries to make money, and that's what he does? That's how he makes his money? Okay, wow.
Yeah, he started that about a year ago. He has a bunch of textbooks, and
So he
does a bunch
self-taught.
of research.
Did he take economics in high school or anything like that? Because I know sometimes
He's really good at he's involved in politics in high school and economics and all that stuff. So
Was he part of any business club?
Yeah, he did all those clubs in high school. So.
Okay. How's y'all's relationship?
It's good. It's really good. I mean,
Nothing rocky?
no, we live together and we love it. I mean, I would hate to live in a dorm with a roommate in college. I was always kind of scared of that. And we have our own little 2-bedroom house. It's really nice.
So who's pretty much who pretty much is the main income? Is it you? In other words, at all your bills, who's the one that puts in the most amount of money?
I would say even. It really depends on the month. It really depends what's happening, what's going on. Because I have my set amount of money that I get paid every month, and I mean I use that for food and
So you're the one with the steady income coming in.
Steady, yes. And then he takes out of whatever he invested to pay bills and stuff.
How's he been feeling lately? Been feeling okay or happy, anything like that?
Yeah, he's definitely been really good lately. I haven't seen anything off.
So what does he do when you're in school?
He works when I'm in school, so he drops me off, goes home, works on the computer, runs errands, picks me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not bad.
So how's his relationship with his mom and dad?
Really good.
Good.
I honestly envy it, because I didn't have a great relationship with my dad. And that's why I moved out when I was 18, to live with them. And I think since Nick's adopted, they have like a special kind of like, he always says that they kind of chose him.
Mm-hmm.
And they've always been really close. Him and his dad used to, they used to go racing a lot when he was little, and he taught him racing, and that's what sport he does. And they always are talking about cars and life, and they were really close.
Do you know at what age Nick was adopted?
He was just about 1. He was adopted from Ukraine.
I mean, how long has he known that he was adopted?
For as long as, like, his parents told him from the beginning.
Oh, from the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have contact with family in the home country or not?
No.
Okay. Yeah, take me back from the beginning when all this unfortunate thing happened, started. Step by step, yeah.
Okay. I woke up to Nick getting a phone call, and he was on the phone, and I heard his mom saying, "Dad's dead, and Nick was kind of like, what? Oh my God, and I don't know, I was just like, what do you mean? And I kind of thought it was a dream, but, he just said, we have to go, pack your bags, we'll probably stay in Austin a few nights, we have to leave, so, grabbed the car, we left, drove here. When we got here, we just saw, cops everywhere. It was kind of scary.
So what time did you get the call again?
Around 6.
And what time did y'all leave?
Around 6:30.
And what time? And around what time did y'all get here?
8:39.
Okay.
I didn't really look at the clock when all this was happening.
And then when y'all arrived, where did you park again?
We parked over closest to 290, right on the other side of Kim's house.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ran to the house where his mom was, and his mom was bawling, and she was just a mess. So that's when I kind of broke down a little bit, but then someone said someone has to go get Betty. So I went to Betty's house. She said, okay, follow me. I need to take my car. So I followed her home, or back to Nick's mom's house. And since I followed her, she went through Circle. So I parked by Oliver Cemetery. That was because the officer blocking the road didn't know who I was and said, okay, just wait for Nick, park over there. So I parked over there. I went over to grandparents' house where Nick was at the moment, and he was on the phone with a family friend, Thomas, and he was just telling him what happened. And then we walked over to Kim's house, and then we were kind of calming Kim down a little bit. She was a little shaken up, because her kids were in her house last night, and she was just kind of scared. We hung out there for a little bit and talked. Just kind of like, honestly, we were just talking about why this would happen and how it doesn't feel real and all those things. And then we came back out, and then the police started questioning us. And we remembered that we had to go put up a sign at the store saying that we'll be closed temporarily because of an emergency. But before we could leave, one of the officers said we had a few more questions. So we were separately questioned, and I got swabbed for GSR, and they took pictures of me. And then I had to use the bathroom, so I went over to a different neighbor's house to use their bathroom, came out about 5-10 minutes later, and that's when I was told I had to go to the station for some more questions.
So when you got there, you parked in, which is across that friend's house.
Yeah.
And then, what did you do?
And then I ran to the house.
Which house?
To 902.
Okay.
To Nick's mom's house.
Nick's mom's house. And what did y'all do when y'all got there?
We met Beth, and then Beth said, "Your mom's in the car."
Who's Beth?
Just one of the officers we were talking to.
Okay.
I don't know if she was an officer with CSI or I don't know, but Nick's mom came out of the car, and she was just bawling and crying, and we hugged her. And then her friend Karen said, "Can someone go get Betty?" So I said, "I'll go get Betty." So then I took my car. I went to get Betty. She lives about 10 minutes north. And then Miss Betty said, "I'll take my car and you follow me." So I said, okay. And then I followed her back to Nick's mom's house. And then I parked by the cemetery.
What kind of car does Nick drive?
He drives a Golf GTI, Volkswagen GTI. Yeah. A what?
Giddy?
I've never heard of that.
That's what we used to call him in Germany.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's in College Station right now.
What color is it?
It's gray, and Nick's mom owns it.
You know, on the way here, you were concerned about a magazine in the car?
No, well, she asked if there's anything I should know about in the car.
Yeah. Okay,
and
I
I
remember
said
that.
there's a full magazine in the door. But
On which side of the door?
that's it. On the driver's side.
The driver's side?
Driver's side door.
What kind of magazine is it?
I don't know. It's for a pistol. We take it in the car if we're driving somewhere, but we always leave it in the car.
Okay.
We don't carry it on us ever.
What kind is it?
I don't know. Black. I don't know.
Oh, well, okay, describe it then.
It's black, and then the handle part is kind of a grayish green color, like a maybe tan.
Mm-hmm.
I've never fired it. It sits by our bedside at night.
So you've never fired it?
No.
You don't teach you how to shoot?
I don't really shoot that much. Well, I mean, I went to the gun range a few months ago.
You say you never fired it, and now you're saying you don't shoot that much.
I never fired that gun.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I learned to shoot when I was 9 when I went to Alaska with rifles and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not big on guns. I'm gonna learn to shoot pretty soon because I want to get my CHL when I'm 21.
Okay, that's a big thing now, dude.
Yeah.
Especially with everything going on. So you said the magazine's in there. What kind of ammunition is it? What kind of round? You don't know what size. You don't know. So where's the gun at?
It's at a call station in our house.
And where do you say y'all keep it?
Next to our bed.
Where next to the bed?
So we have kind of a headboard behind us, and we put it. We have like a magnet that attaches to the top, and we put the gun attached to the magnet on top of like this little cubby thing, so it's right in between us.
Oh, so it's not like in a holster or anything, just like
No.
the magnet holds it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've seen some stuff like that. Whose gun is it?
It's Nick's.
So, did he buy it?
I think his dad bought it for him. I'm not really sure.
How often does Nick shoot it?
Not that often. He probably goes to the shooting range like once a month. He just uses it for protection. Not big on guns, but you know,
For protection.
Yeah, after anyone. I mean, we live in a crowded community, and there's stuff going on all the time. We have cameras. We have an alarm.
Does he ever carry it with him?
No.
Okay. So you say, so majority of the time, then you're saying it's usually on this magnet y'all have set up on the bed?
Yeah, so it's either on top of the magnet next to the bed, or somewhere in the house, and then occasionally we take it in the car, and we keep an extra magazine in the car.
How many magazines do you have for it?
I think just 2.
Do you know how many rounds each magazine holds?
6 to 8, either 6 or 8.
When's the last time he fired it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm. He just got it a few months ago. I'm not sure if he ever fired it.
When y'all carry it in the car, where do y'all usually have it at?
Either in the glove box or in the center console.
Oh, glove box, like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the only time we carry it on us is from the car to the house, so we don't take it outside of that.
So it's either in the car or in the house?
Yeah.
But this time y'all left it up in College Station?
Well, yeah, we weren't really going anywhere. We were kind of in a rush, and I don't know. We don't usually bring it in the car unless we're going somewhere, I don't know, out to eat or somewhere. I don't want to say somewhere sketchy because we don't really go somewhere sketchy, but just I don't know, just occasionally.
Which shooting ranges do you go to?
It's called Champion Firearms in College Station. Last time he went that I know of was a few months ago.
A few months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And which weapon did he take to go fire?
I don't know. I don't go with him.
Does he own more weapons?
Yeah, he has a shotgun and a rifle.
Kind of like he has all 3, shotgun, rifle, and gun.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's all you need.
Yeah. If you need more than
If you want to go hunting, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
We keep those in the safe. We have a big safe. It's probably like up to here.
For 2 rifles? For a shotgun and a rifle?
It's for our jewelry and for guns.
Okay.
We bought it when we moved.
Alright, so you put other private things in there too, that are of value.
Mhm.
Okay. So, what kind of alarm system do y'all have at y'all's place?
It's called Protection One. It's a branch of ADT. There's glass break, window sensors, door sensor for the front door and the back door.
What kind of system does his mom have? Does he have one? I think we were
Yeah,
asking that.
she has. I know she has ADT. There's a camera facing the door, and then there's a camera facing the living room, but that one's usually turned around. Or at least when I lived there.
So how long did you live with them?
About a year now. I moved in the end of March of last year.
So you lived with them for a year? With his parents?
Oh, well, actually, since I went to school in August, I probably lived with them 5-6 months. But before that, I've been, sleeping over, going over for dinner.
And which room do you sleep in?
I sleep in Nick's room with him.
So given that you lived there that long, how did his parents really use the alarm? Did they use the alarm system?
They arm it when we were gone. They arm it away.
They armed it when you say when you're gone or when they're gone?
If people are out of house, whoever wants to leave the house would arm away.
Okay, so they would arm it themselves too sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they.
How would they arm it?
Through your phone, there's an app you can just press arm it.
Oh, so they had an app on their phone? Right. Oh yeah, so there's keypads now to do it, and there's apps now to be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
So, did they have a keypad in their house?
Yes.
Where's the keypad located?
It's in the kitchen right next to their bedroom.
So there's only one keypad? Or 2? So I got 2 at my house. So.
There's one that I know. Yeah,
One?
pretty sure there's just one. But we use the app most of the time.
Yeah, the app is really convenient nowadays. I'm going to step out for a bit. I'll be right with you.
Okay.
So far, Jacqueline is doing a better job at playing the grieving daughter-in-law than Nick is at playing the grieving son.
So, you said your mom gave you a couple of loans.
Mm-hmm. And that's all peaceful. There's no
How was Dad with that? Was that with Dad's knowledge?
Yeah.
Oh, because sometimes little moms kind of slide some things.
It's kind of the Dad was more like, do it, but if you fuck up, we're pulling it, you don't get a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, on the other hand, is more understanding and okay, we'll work with you, that sort of thing. So yes, they both know.
Mm-hmm. Was there ever any contention about this at all?
I mean, of course, there's negotiation of price and how much and when and where and all that, but, there's some heated arguments over, I don't want to give you 40% each month. How about 15, shit like that. But, and even in December, there was a period where my mother and I, there was a financial dispute, and it was, really pretty heated, but we figured it out, sat down, wrote everything out, and figured it out.
Mm-hmm. Was it always between you and your mother, or was it ever between you and your dad?
Dad, I call the lobbyist, because sometimes Mother could get emotional and heated, and I could get emotional and heated, so Dad kind of act as the mediator.
Mm-hmm.
So that way he could say, stop, shut up, don't say that, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Keep the peace between us. And it really was that way, because when he was mad, or when Mother was mad at me, I could always go to Dad and say, hey, what's the scoop? What's she thinking? And that way I can try to figure out how to fix it, or he can come to me and be like, hey, please just make this better, because he always lived by the term happy wife, happy life.
It's the truth.
So he didn't like me making hell for him, especially since he has to clean it up.
Yeah. So when you and your mom were going through this back in December, how was you and your dad's relationship?
I mean, it was all at the kind of same point. Dad thought I was a dumbass. Like, your mom's trying to help you. Don't be a dick. Like, she has more experience in this, just time-wise, than you do. So maybe you should listen to her. And of course, I was like, yeah. And it, there's that young, like, I'm capable of doing this all on my own type of situation. But once I came to Austin, like, this was kind of a lot over the phone. And I came to Austin and we sat down, we talked it out, we figured everything, basically, we got it sorted out. And it was one of those things that we could move on with and not have to, it didn't linger around. Like, for my father's birthday we went out to True Lux for dinner, and everything is perfectly normal. This happened like around the 22nd, 20th, and so it was like, my mom's biggest thing is, let's not fuck up Christmas. Like, come on, we got family coming over, we got this, we don't need this beef. So it was basically one of the things where Dad sat us both down, kind of worked everything out and made it work.
While the first two detectives are playing patty cake with Nick, the other detectives get down to business.
So, I got a question about the gun. You're telling me it's in College Station right now, right? So why did he tell me there's a gun in the car?
No, but I know.
So you don't...
Unless he took a gun with him.
Unless he took a gun with him?
Yeah.
You said there's only one gun, though. When you say a, so you mean the gun that you've been talking about? That's the one you're referring to?
There's a black one, and then there's one that's black, and there's a black and silver one, and there's one that's black with the gray handle. They're the same kind of gun. One we keep around our house, and then one we keep above our bed.
Okay. All right. You don't know what caliber these guns are? Okay. Because you see where we're going right now, right?
Yeah, I know. I really had no idea he brought a gun with him.
Okay. But do you remember what you told me earlier?
Yeah.
What did you tell me earlier about weapons?
For protection.
What else did you tell me about weapons?
He has a shotgun and a rifle.
And what?
And 2 pistols.
No, you only told me you had one.
No, he has 2 of the same kind, and then there's one above the bed that stays there, and then there's one that stays there on the house, goes to the car, comes back to the house.
Okay. And was the last time you fired a gun?
Me?
When's the last time you...
Well, I know I went to the shooting range in College Station.
So when did you...
So, between August and probably November.
And when's the last time he went?
Probably November, December area.
Do y'all go together? Y'all go separately? You go...
One time he went with his friend to shoot the shotgun somewhere, like out in the country. And I think a few times he went to the gun range by himself, but like this was a while ago. And then we went together once.
What kind of targets do y'all shoot?
Just paper targets. It's a 50-yard range. And...
Circles, people...
Circles.
Circles? Are there any modifications to the gun?
He added sights with the little dots. And a laser.
Okay.
On both of them, I believe.
On both of them? When you went to the range, you said, which weapon did you fire?
I just rented one from the range.
So, walk me through when y'all got the phone call today, the steps leading all the way to when you got in the car.
Like extremely detailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the way I tell people is like, tell me the story, as you saw it through your eyes, what you heard, what you smelled, what you tasted, like the 5 senses.
Okay.
And then that way, when I hear it, I can imagine that I'm you.
Okay. So I'm half asleep, and then Nick's talking on the phone. He says, "What?" And I hear his mom's, and this is when I'm kind of waking up, and I hear his mom's voice on the phone saying, "Dad's dead, Dad's dead." And then Nick's just like, "Oh my God." And that's when I got up and I said, "What?" And he just says, "Dad's dead." And then he says, "I'm on my way." And then hung up. I didn't even know what to think. He said, "Get up, pack a bag for a few nights, we need to leave right now." I got out of bed. I brushed my teeth, washed my face. Probably went to the bathroom. Got dressed. Packed the light bag with some of my clothes, some pills, and some bathroom stuff that was laying out. And I grabbed it. I put on my shoes, grabbed a water, and we went out the door, rung the alarm, went in the car, and then drove off.
Who made the phone call again?
It was with his mom, but he was also talking to a detective, so I don't know if it was her cell or his mom's cell. Not a detective, the officer, the girl Beth I was telling you about.
And what did he do to get ready to go?
I wasn't watching, but he put on his shirt. He had his shirt and his pants on, and his shoes, and he was just like kind of like wanting to cry, but also kind of in shock. And I don't even know if he packed a bag. He said he did.
What color was your bag?
My bag was a black and white Lulu bag. It's in the backseat of my car right now. Lululemon. Sorry, it's a store and they give you these bags with it.
Are those ones that do the tights too?
Yeah.
Like Lulu.
Yeah. It's just the bags that they come in.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a big bag, and I put all my stuff in it, and then I also grabbed my wallet, put that in there. To be quite honest, I wasn't really paying attention to him at the time. All I could think of was, okay, we need to go. I don't know what the heck's going on.
And how big is your place?
It's about 1,200 square feet.
Apartment, condo, house?
It's like mini houses, so it's like a 2-bedroom little square floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
There's bedrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. That's about it.
Why did he say to pack for 3 days?
He just said pack for a few days. We might be off in a little bit.
And
not 3 specifically.
Well, few to me is like 3.
Okay.
There's few, there's a couple.
I packed probably 2 shirts and some overnight clothes and some underwear and socks.
Okay. Did you stop anywhere on your way here from College Station too?
No.
You didn't stop
But
anywhere?
he was always on the phone making phone calls. Beth called him again.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the phone with her, just kind of saying like, what happened? And he was crying in the car, and I was like, hold it together, like, just relax. We don't know what the deal is right now. And he talked to his mom again on the way in the car ride, he talked to his mom again in the car ride, and then she handed the phone over to Beth, and then Beth said, your mom says call Thomas Lewis. So we tried calling him, and then the neighbor was also texting us and calling us, like, oh my gosh, like, I just heard what happened, you're more than welcome to stay at our place, like, you can park here, but it was kind of just like, okay, thanks, but we kind of need to call people right now.
So you got the call. You just heard that his father was shot.
I didn't know. He just said, Mom. She just said, Mom. Sorry. She just said, Dad's dead. Dad's dead. I didn't know what the heck happened. And it wasn't until, I think, in the car when he was talking to the detectives that, like, someone shot him, and Bart, either Mom told him that or...
So you got the call around, what time you say?
6.
6, and you walked out of your place around what time?
6:30.
It took you 30 minutes to get ready?
I don't know. I didn't look at a clock. I mean, 20, 30 minutes,
okay,
yeah.
It's puzzling, though, that you get a phone call like that, regardless of knowing how the death may have occurred.
I mean, the call...
And you get ready like you're going to work.
The call might have happened like 6:10, 6:15. We left 6:20, 6:25. I mean, I don't know.
Did you hear what I just said, though?
I didn't get dressed like I'm going. I don't go to work or school like this. I threw on whatever was near, and I threw whatever was near in my bag.
And this is what was near?
Yeah.
Okay, but you said you got up, you brushed your teeth, you did this, you did that.
Yeah, I always brush my teeth.
But that sounds like someone that's getting ready to go to school or go to work.
I can't. That's the first thing I do when I wake up is brush my teeth. I can't.
But even after a phone call like this, because most people would just they won't even care what they're wearing.
I was in shock. I didn't know what happened. All I need to know is I need to get ready and I need to leave. I mean, I don't mean to be mean here, but I mean, I just did what I had to do and I left. I mean, I know it's striking news, but, and it still is, but, you know, it's going to take us 2 hours to get there. So we got ready as quick as we could. We brushed our teeth, washed our face. I mean, speeding would make up for the same time as it was for brushing my teeth. And
so he got ready. So he got ready too?
Yeah, he was ready before me.
Okay, what did he do to get ready?
Put on his clothes. I don't know if he brushed his teeth or washed his face.
You just said we brushed our teeth.
No, I brushed my teeth. He was in his bathroom. I don't know what he was doing. I just saw him dressed.
So y'all don't share bathrooms?
Well, we have a bathroom in our room, and then he has his stuff in his bathroom in his office.
So he's got a bathroom in his office?
Yeah, that's the bathroom that all his stuff is in, because my stuff takes up a lot. That's where I shower. He showers in there sometimes, but he mostly showers in his shower.
Okay. And does he usually drive his car or your car?
My car. We usually take my car.
Well, what's wrong with his Giddy?
I'm sorry?
What's wrong with his...
The GTI?
Yeah, I say Giddy. It comes from Germany.
Yeah, well, we haven't...
The Germans call it.
We haven't really been driving it that much, just since we have 2 cars now. Mm-hmm. All we really need is one, and he drops me off and picks me up from school, so...
Describe the gun again.
Black with a tannish, grayish, greenish handle.
Mm-hmm.
The pistol, about this big.
Mm-hmm.
There's a laser on it. There's white, like, sights, I think they're called, like little dots. He has 2 magazines for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is the same exact gun with silver instead of... no, it's all black, but the top metal part is silver.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm trying to think what it's called. I think it's XD something.
Mm-hmm.
XD numbers.
I only own 2, so...
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I'm police, but I don't buy a lot of guns, so...
Sorry, I didn't make it clear earlier that it was 2. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
I just thought...
No, that's fine. That's why we're here to talk. Okay. I'm going to step out a bit again.
Okay, do you mind if I take a bathroom break?
Yeah, let's do that.
And after her bathroom break,
back in with Jacqueline at 223. All right, Jacqueline. What I was going to ask you is if you'll give us consent to search for your cell phone.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm going to fill out a form real quick, okay? You got yours?
Oh, let me make sure. Yeah, they said location. I just put cell phone then the location.
Yeah.
Because it's not a location.
May I ask what led you to want to search my cell phone?
It's just, like my partner earlier told us, I think, Nick, is, there's certain steps that we take to prove and to rule out people. So this will help us rule you out, okay? All righty. What we're going to do now, you hang tight in here. We're going to try to get you right to get to your next stop.
Is Corey still here? His mom? Or is she home?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think she's with the friend.
Okay.
You know.
Ready?
Yeah.
We'll be right with you.
At the end of day number 1, during the investigation into the murder of Ted Shaughnessy, the detectives have spoken with all of the close family members who may have had something to gain by taking out the successful jewelry store owner. Although Corey Shaughnessy would be eventually ruled out as a suspect, she would be looking at many days of steadfastly pleading her innocence, but they would eventually fully turn their attention to Nick and Jacqueline. They would find enormous amounts of evidence within their phones, evidence of a plot to kill not just Ted Shaughnessy, but also his wife, Corey Shaughnessy. And as they follow the trail of evidence, it would lead to our second episode, the interrogation into one of the home invaders. That episode comes out in about 48 hours, but don't forget, you don't have to wait 48 hours for episode 2. You can get a channel membership and see me right back here tomorrow. So regardless of what you choose, we can all gather here together soon for another episode of They Caught Me. Till next time.